Welcome to The Things That Matter, the voice of the community and social change here on Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm Kirk Johnson. It is Tuesday, and you know, every Tuesday we focus on the world of business. It's Talk Your Business Tuesday. And my special guest today is the president of the Phoenix Institute. He's a media personality. We know the program, Dare to Be Great, the television program that's seen across the Bahamas, around the Caribbean, and making global impact. Well, today he's in studio with me today as we talk about not only the world of business, but customer service, as we delve into his mind, his understanding as a corporate trainer, as a business consultant, and a man who is going places. Welcome to The Things That Matter.
Thank you so much, Kirk, and congratulations on your new program.
Thank you very much. Spence, you are no newcomer to the industry of people building, I call it, and certainly in business consulting. As we move forward as a country, what are some of the things, and when I say as a country that has just passed through an electoral process,
right,
and there's a lot of anticipation and preparation. As businesses go through the economic processes that they're experiencing in the Bahamas, what would you say are the three most important things a business person needs to keep in mind as we move into a new advent, I'll call it, in our economy?
Yeah, well, thank you, Kirk. The first thing I'd like to say is that a business owner should remain very optimistic. This is an exciting time to be in business, even though the economy is a little down. I know it can't last forever. We have a new invigorated government that's in now, and just by the mere fact that they're in now, they have to hit the ground running, doing new programs, exciting programs that really change the landscape of what we've been used to before. We can't no longer have it as business as usual. We have to really, as for want of a better phrase, think outside of the box and do some things differently. You know, for a long time we've been doing the same things over and over again and expecting to get a different result. As you know, that's called insanity. Yes. We need to, I'll just share with you of how we just simply follow along in business and even in the workplace, blindly, without asking questions. We have to become childlike again. Here's an example. There was a mother in Dallas, Texas, baking the famous Christmas ham. And she cut the end of the ham off before she put it in the oven. Her daughter saw that and ran up to her and says, Mommy, why did you cut the end of the ham off before you bake it? And, you know, looking for something, an intelligent answer, and she says, well, I don't know, child. My mother used to do that, so that's why I do it. So you have to ask your grandmother when she comes over. The little girl, being inquisitive and curious, couldn't wait for her grandmother to come over. As soon as her Grammy came over, she ran up to her and says, Grammy, why back in the day you all used to cut the end of the ham off before you bake it? So Grammy said, my girl, that's very simple. She said, back in the day, we didn't have a pan big enough. Okay, and that was the only reason. But like us, many of us today in business, we go blindly without asking questions, without taking stock of our businesses, finding out where we are, without checking on our competition. You know, many people just come into it and expect the business just to happen. If you're in a job right now and you're deciding to go into your own business, I have a memo for you. You're going to work twice as hard as you work for the man when you work for that man, because you're in your own business. Mm-hmm. You become the president and CEO, the bottle washer, you're in charge of marketing, you're in charge of administration, you're in charge of sales, you're in charge of all of these things. Because if it's going to be successful, it's up to you.
It's amazing that you would say that, and to talk about those who are considering or are in the early phase or further development in their own businesses, because we're going to talk about that. How does a business owner make it past the tough times? Because there are some businesses that are facing a very tough time.
Right.
And at one point, it may have been said it was because of certain things that's going on in the economy, certain realities of the economy. But at the same time, to what extent can we and must we hold ourselves culpable for the health and the growth of our business?
Yeah, we must at all times, really. You see, what happens a lot of times that I've discovered is that people work in the business and they don't work on the business. We work in the business, we're doing the mundane things and the nuts and bolts, but we don't take time to work on our business. That is, looking how we can market our product better, how we can improve our customer service. You know, a lot of times business owners hire people, and the only thing they tell them, employees, is you go here, this is the cash register, don't go in my cash register, don't do this, don't do that. They don't know anything else about the business. And as a result, customer service suffers. And in addition to that, they have the wrong people in the front of the house who are dealing with customers.